Is this thing working? Welcome to the Monday, start of the new week. We got a lot planned for this week. We got big news throughout the week, too, that's upcoming that we're going to make sure we keep you up to date on, keep you informed so that you can become engaged. How you doing over there, Denise?
I am awesome today.
I hear you.
Monday.
I hear you.
I love Mondays.
Yeah.
It's the start of the day.
Me too.
I know. We've discussed this before. Not everybody loves Monday, but I get up and I get excited to start the show with you every day.
Yeah.
Every week.
Cool.
So it's fun.
Well, cool.
So everybody, welcome to the show.
Yep, and with it being Monday, there's always room for excitement, and today we're kind of excited. We're excited, and we're ready to get going with our newest sponsor that we have, Brickhouse Nutrition. I know everybody's heard about Brickhouse Nutrition. Now they're headquartered in Texas. Brickhouse strives to stay on top of the cutting edge of nutraceutical innovation. Their team works relentlessly to formulate the best science and research-based products on the market today, aimed at improving your health, performance, and overall life. So fuel your day with Brickhouse Nutrition's premium supplements. From energy-boosting formulas to muscle-reviving blends, we've got you covered. Elevate your performance, enhance your health, and embrace vitality with Brickhouse Nutrition. Brickhouse helps build a better you, one brick at a time.
Oh, I love it. And make sure you click the link below to support our sponsor, please. They are supporting the show today, and they keep it free for us.
Yep, at brickhousenutrition.com.
There you go. And before we start the show, because we have a big one today, we want to state these are our opinions and our assertions. If you agree with us, tell your friends and share the show. Also, stomp that like button and please follow or subscribe wherever you see the name. Is this thing working? You help James and I further our reach when you share the show. And download the Rumble app so you can follow the show and you will have instant notifications when we go live. We go live every day from Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And please join us in the chat. We love to talk to everybody in the chat. Join us there and be the first to see the show. So there you go. Let's get on with the show.
And as always, we're going to start with President Trump.
That's it. He's back in blackmail court again today. You know, we just got notifications before we come on that the Judge Merchan has once again charged President Trump with
Contempt of court.
Contempt of court. Yeah, from Laura Loomer. Judge Merchan just threatened to jail President Trump upon Trump's arrival to the courthouse for another week of court in New York City. And I agree with her. She says, like I said, they should just jail Trump instead of threatening to do it. Lock him up and he will raise $100 million overnight. Because honestly, whatever President Trump puts on Truth Social, they're going to claim that he's broken this gag order every single time. It does not matter. They are watching him like a hawk. You know, and it's just awful what's going on with all the lawfare.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
But at least Trump's name is on everyone's lips and minds every day, but we just dare them to put him in jail.
And look at it, the example that he's setting for all of us, man. He's not backing down from him. He's not wavering. He's not even flinching his eyes, man. He's not turning. He's going straight ahead fighting them. And I love this.
Every step of the way.
And that just shows that we can fight back.
Yes, we can. And Trump's been fighting every step of the way, like James says, so, which is great for his campaign. Even the negative information that comes out about him seems to help him. The trial doesn't faze him. And just like this weekend, it came out that in April, Trump hauled in a whopping $76 million per the National Pulse. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, National Pulse article, it said that during a presentation at a RNC retreat on Saturday, advisors of Trump's campaign reportedly predicted a $76.2 million fundraising for April, according to Politico sources who attended the event. The campaign presentation, delivered by top advisors Susie Wiles, Chris LaCivita, and Tony Fabrizio, included a slideshow and a Q&A session with top donors and campaign stakeholders. It painted a positive outlook for President Trump's campaign, highlighting the possibility of extending the electoral map into traditionally Democrat-leading states like Minnesota and Virginia. His advisors also pointed to the resilience of Trump's popular standing, noting that his campaign has led in numerous polls despite Biden's higher campaign spending. Interestingly enough, Trump's also outspent his rival during the primary elections. So he didn't even involve himself in the primary elections and still outspent every one of them and still out-campaigned every one of them in the primaries. I don't believe none of the polls that they say.
I don't either.
You know, any poll that's within 4 points, 5 points. I don't believe any of them.
I don't either. I think they're cushioning it for Biden to make it look like he's doing well. And you know, they use a lot of election. I always call it cheating.
Interference.
But they do. They interfere in
Tactics,
the election
loopholes.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so to them, it looks like they're not going to lose.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why. You know, they continually don't act like they're out there campaigning.
Yeah. Well,
you know, Biden doesn't come out and campaign. He comes out and does little sound bites and everything, looking like a little old man. Please feel sorry for me.
Well, that's more than he done last time. You know, he campaigned from his damn basement last time.
Yeah, well, they're saying that he just might do that again.
Let me tell you what, if that happens and we see the same shit happen from 2020, it's going to, you think, yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's not going to be good. The people are very tired of this, you know, and
you know, I think it's a smart move though too that he's announcing, hey, I'm going to come into these Democrat-leaning states, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to campaign in here hard this time, and we're going to show you just exactly how much support from the people that I have in your states.
And I love that.
Yeah,
you know, and since he's over there in New York, why not? Why not? Try to go. I mean, I get a little bit tired of always hearing this is a Democrat state. Well, you know what? There's Republicans that live in them Democrat states too. And if you showed up, you know what? They might vote for you. You could carry the state.
Michigan too.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. You know, I
Exactly.
hope to see him campaign hard and heavy up there.
I do too.
You know,
and it would be awesome if he took New York.
Yep.
It would. But the Biden administration's going after him from all sides, and it doesn't matter. And then whenever he puts out ads that the Biden administration doesn't like, you know, the Biden administration is doing election interference every single day, every way they can, and the people are onto them. You know, they had this one ad taken down that came out this weekend.
Yeah.
And here, listen to this.
Google's the one that took it down.
Hello, I'm with the Biden campaign.
Yeah, I voted for Biden last time.
That's fantastic.
Is it? Everything costs more. Food, gas, rent.
Okay, but Biden's helping pay rent for newcomers to America from around the world.
You mean illegal immigrants? I'm struggling to pay my bills, but Biden's paying rent for illegals? They get handouts and I'm paying for it.
But Biden can still count on your vote, right?
Things were better before Biden. I'm voting for Trump.
Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
That is true.
Yep.
It's exactly what is happening. Got this from the National Pulse.
Yep. The campaign advertisement said sponsored by Make America Great Again Super PAC, focused on a conversation between a remorseful Biden voter and a Biden campaign worker. And the voter highlighted concerns over the rising cost of living under Biden's regime and the allegedly preferential treatment given to illegal immigrants. The ad was strategically targeted at specific Georgia localities. What do we always say? These are the issues that people really care about.
Yes.
And that shows it right there. We're concerned about the cost of living. We're concerned about our borders being wide open, and you continually sending my money, my taxpayer money, to go help these people.
Yes.
When they shouldn't even be here to begin with.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And that goes on to, like you said, the many issues that people are looking at. And it's worrisome that we might be seeing a replay of 2020 with the BLM and Antifa riots. But I think the people are onto this. I don't think that they're going to put up with it, because what we're going to talk about next is the pro-Palestinian who their NGOs were funded by outside sources per Politico. But before I get into this, I just really want to say that the people are not going to put up with it. If you've seen what's going on the campuses right now, the kids are standing up against these pro-Palestinians. And this makes my heart sing, because I'm telling you, they have Christians out there doing prayer groups. They have, patriot groups out there
that are
raising the flag, singing the national anthem, chanting USA, USA. So I do see light at the end of the tunnel. Americans are going to step up and say, we're not putting up with it. But what really gets me is why these NGOs keep going for social
issues.
Yes, trying to keep going towards social issues to fund the social issues that people really don't want. I'm not understanding this.
Okay, think about this. Those college kids, and especially in these Ivy League schools, Most of this is funded by what? Scholarships and what? Their mom and daddy's money.
And federal government's money.
And federal government's money. So these kids don't understand what it takes to go work an 8 to 10 to a 12-hour job every day and then try to get your studies in at night, plus also try to raise a child, plus also pay all of your expenses, your rent, your gas, your groceries. They don't understand all of these things. All they see are these things that these professors have told them is important. This is what you should be doing. So the kids that are paying attention, the kids that love their country, the kids that have more than likely earned a lot of their way into this college, they understand the importance of fighting back against this bullshit.
You know, and another thing that it entails, how you raise your child. If you raise your child to love America, they're going to love America.
And to be self-sufficient and to be independent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. And I believe a lot of these, as Jim Hoff said, these dirty booger-haired liberals, these leftists, they don't understand a lot of this stuff.
No, they don't. You know, and I think that a lot of them, they're just looking for a cause and not understanding what the cause is. You know, why not go toward being an American loving? I mean, that's a good cause. You know, that's a positive cause.
Patriotic cause.
A patriotic cause, you know.
And patriotism and love for your country and those things were values that were pushed throughout the school systems and throughout your churches and throughout your communities back in the day when we were growing up in the 70s and the 80s. That was a general theme. We all understood that. We all understood this in 2001. The way the country stood up at that time and came together was amazing.
Yes.
You know,
and I think our government saw that.
And I think
with
that,
9/11, and they didn't like it very much.
Well, a lot of things happened after that began to show each and every one of us just how corrupt that our government truly is and how much our government truly goes against us most all the time. But at that point, that's what we had. And this time around, I would love to see that same fever of patriotism, that same understanding of loving our country, and now it be used with the knowledge that we can achieve these things and fight against a government that right now doesn't seem to hold those same values that we do.
Well, I mean, then if we wanted to get back to loving America and America first, which is what we do, and make America great again, then we're going to have to do something about these pro-Palestinian or NGOs that are being funded by George Soros and Gates and all that. There has got to be a way that we can stop the NGOs. I mean, non-governmental agencies, all they are is just a reach around to everybody else that doesn't have just because you have the money doesn't mean that your social issue gets to be the top priority.
Right.
You know, and I'm getting a little tired of this. You know, this right here, pro-Palestinian, that is bad. That is a bad social issue. I mean, those people hate Jews.
Well, those people stand up and scream death to America.
Exactly.
That should never happen in our country. It should
never happen, ever.
Right. I get that.
So why is our government allowing this to happen?
Because of the money that's coming in. Just like what we found out. We found out there's 5 major top donors in this, correct?
Yes. And per Politico, the Biden's biggest donors. They are Biden's biggest donors. You know, some of the most outspoken groups against Biden and Israel get funding from foundations attached to some of the biggest Democrat in the Democratic circles. You know, even the protesters that are calling him Genocide Joe. But some of the groups behind the demonstrations receive financial backing from philanthropists pushing hard for his reelection. That would be Soros, Rockefeller, Pritzker, even Gates Foundation. And I know they haven't said Clinton, but I'm pretty sure the Clinton is in there somewhere.
Yeah, and it said that among other notable Democrat donors who philanthropy has helped fund the protest was David Rockefeller Jr., who sits on the board of the Rockefeller Brothers Fund. In 2022, the fund gave $300,000 to the Tides Foundation, according to nonprofit tax forms. Tide has given nearly $500,000 over the past 5 years to Jewish Voice for Peace, which explicitly describes itself as anti-Zionist. Several other groups involved in pro-Palestinian protests are backed by a foundation by Susan and Nick Pritzker, who you mentioned then. They are the heir to the Hyatt Hotel empire and supporters of Biden and numerous Democratic campaigns, including $6,600 to the Biden Victory Fund a few months ago and more than $300,000 during the 2020 campaign. And it says a trail of donations shows a series of blurred lines when it comes to liberal causes and Democrat politics. Often those missions are aligned, but they also sometimes have different and, particularly when it comes to Gaza, conflicting agendas and tactics. And a small group of wealthy heavyweights are often playing an outside role, funding many of them.
This is what I was talking about.
These
right here.
This is
I mean,
what we've
this
been
is liberal
talking about
causes.
And also, not only that, you've got $3.5 billion in the foreign aid package going toward what? NGOs. We've been screaming this for months, man.
Yes.
That NGOs are the main problem.
That's it. And I think that's going to be our activism. We are going to be pushing for some
to shut down or ban NGOs.
Yes.
Out of the political, and I'm telling you, out of the political,
out of the government
sphere. Yeah.
You know, now helping people is one thing, but taking over a country with government organization, with non-government organizations should be illegal. And they're using these non-governmental organizations to take over our country. And I hope that you're seeing this. I hope that your eyes are wide open, you know, because this is what's coming to your city.
Yep. I seen this last night and I had to bring this to our show today. This is a post from Matt Strickland, and this was a story that he tells, and he put the whole tweet in here. It's really a good story. Here we go. Matt Strickland starts out by saying, "You are being replaced by your government. My son was playing soccer with some friends at field, and he had his cell phone on the sideline by his bag. His phone wasn't there when he finished playing, so he called me from his friend's phone to tell me it was lost. We've got Live 360, so I tracked his phone to a neighborhood downtown near the fields. The street I turned into dead-ended into a low-income neighborhood, a mix of townhouses and duplexes. It was about 9 p.m. As soon as I entered into that neighborhood, I thought I was back in Kabul. There must have been at least 50 Afghan kids running around playing. I parked at the location Life 360 told me my son's phone was at, and my wife and I got out of the truck. He said I tried to tell her she couldn't come for obvious reasons, but she jumped in the truck anyway. As I'm walking down the sidewalk, trying to figure out which duplex the phone was in, an Afghan man walks out of one of the doors. I see on Life 360 that my son's phone is moving towards me. I'm guessing that he got the Life 360 alert on the phone that said, Dad is here. And as I walk toward him, my wife sees that he has my son's phone in his hand. She snatched it from him and said, that's my son's phone. At this point, the Afghan dude starts saying, I was bringing it to you in broken English. He nervously starts explaining how he found the phone and was about to walk around to find the owner. Obviously, straight up lie. What blew me away about this had nothing to do with the phone, though. I was amazed at how many Afghan families were tucked away into this one little neighborhood. I asked someone that's an elected official about this neighborhood, and his response was, yeah, man, it's crazy. They moved all of the people out of that neighborhood to make room for these refugees. These were part of the refugees that were being housed at Quantico, which is about 20 minutes from me. I spent a couple years in Afghanistan. There is no proper vital record system, and there is no way to properly vet these people. Unvetted illegal immigrants are in your neighborhood. There's a reason our government is importing them by the millions. Guys, we talk about the open border every day. Every day we should scream at our government, close our damn border.
And not just that, we need to find a way to stop Biden, that administration, from flying them from all of these countries as well.
Close our border.
Close our border, close our airspace, close it all.
Shut that traffic
it
down.
You know,
that's
folks,
what I've said. You know, we've got a lot of problems in our country, but the only way we're ever going to be able to truly solve the problems in our country is to close our borders first.
Yes, and then find out who's here. I mean, that's just set us up for terrorist attack. It really has. If we don't vet these people from all over these third world countries, I mean, think about it. We were in Afghanistan for 20 years. You think they like us over here? You think they really like us? They don't.
Is this thing working?
Rise up.
Well, hey, everybody, that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope you've learned some things about what's going on around us in the nation and in your communities. We couldn't do this without your continued support either. We appreciate all of you showing up, taking the time to listen to us today. So please, like I say, make sure to hit the like button, share our show with all your friends. We'll see you next time on Is This Thing Working? And as always, I'm James, and that's my lovely co-host over there,
Denise.
and we'll see you next time.
We're out.